What up? Happy to be back. Sorry I took a week off. I had to handle some travel plans for the upcoming month in May. I'm heading to New York for the very first time for some business opportunities and to link up with some friends and collaborations. More to follow on that, but I'm heading to the ocean right now. I'm actually driving and filming at the same time. Don't worry about it, it's being totally safe. We're being totally safe. Yes. When I first started surfing, I was scared out of my mind because I was heading out into the big blue ocean. The big blue ocean is nothing to sneeze at. It's actually quite intimidating. I was trying to figure out what was it about the ocean that got me going, and it was really fear. The fear of uncertainty, the fear of the unknown. What the ocean does is it doesn't take decision making away from you, but it allows you to make decisions within an uncertain environment that lead to the harnessing of an incredible amount of energy that is healing in a way. Surfing brought it out of me. It brought me to confront that unknown, that uncertainty of trying to compensate for what I felt guilty for. And every time I would allow those emotions to control my thoughts and actions, it would come out in my surfing. I wouldn't have good sessions. Like, there is sessions where I would just get absolutely demolished, and they're still around. I still have sessions where I get absolutely demolished, but then there are more sessions where I experience absolute stoke and happiness. How do we get past that unknown, that uncertainty? It becomes a personal conversation with yourself. I decided to go and ask my friends who specialize in surfing and surfing psychology and how it applies to everyday life. Ask them to give us some tips and tricks. I really respect their opinions, so take it away, boys.
Hey Jacob, how's it going, man?
Hey dude. Right, some questions, some answers to your questions.
Come in a little bit, dude. Let's get snuggy here because this is Instagram.
Let's get cozy. When I'm struggling mentally before I surf, what would I do? Well, you know us, a lot of breathing, set the breath work for me. I get scared by the big stuff still, to be honest, and I don't like big waves, so if it's challenging, I have to really set my breath, completely breathe. And then if I think about it, really a bit of music helps as well. So when I'm thinking about those big waves, even when I'm in the sets, I'm playing a little bit of Chili Peppers in my head sometimes, Jacob. Yeah, that's the way. So breath work, just calm everything down, and a bit of music as well. Always nice, sets the tone.
Like that, and you do really well to not get distracted by your family.
I know, shouting at
me. So the next one, what was it? What would you do if you get rolled by a wave?
Yeah, how do you deal with the first bail, or how do you deal with the first
when you're getting smashed by a wave? And
bail?
if you're getting tumbled up and down and spun round and round, it's not nice. Because we go to that fight and flight state because you're underwater, you want to get back up, which we all is very understandable. It's count. I was taught that one by my brother in Hawaii. He said when you fall off the wave, you're gonna get spun because this is seriously powerful. He said just make sure you count 1, 2, like actual seconds, and you'd be shocked at how quickly you actually come up, even if it's quite a big wave. So it's just a little technique. And then the other thing is, with the counting, is also just let your body go completely relaxed. And I know this is all very obvious stuff, but if you really can try to just remember to do this when you're in the heat of the moment, it'll make all the difference. It's remembering to remember, isn't it? That's the hardest thing to do. So
totally.
It's practice. It's practice, and before you know it, you'll be charging in.
So that
why I'm there.
They would be our tips to your questions. One more thing as well, Jacob, that I had to work on massively as I'm sort of learning on this curve of surf, is to ride out the highs and the lows, right? So I was really celebrating the Stoke highs, and you know, if I catch the wave of my life, I'm whooping and hollering and cheering, and that's great. But I was giving myself so much shit for the bails and the fails and falling off. But if you're not falling off, you're not learning, you're not progressing.
So true.
So it's kind of that old sort of cliche of try and be like the stone, you know, impervious to the highs of praise as you are to the lows of criticism. So if you can sort of keep that middle line.
So true. And it's just more time in the ocean. The more time you spend in the ocean, the better you get at that. Because you've just fallen off so many times. You've been smashed so many times. So give yourself a break at the beginning, because it can be like that.
Yeah.
But then over time, you just develop the ability to let it go and move on to the next wave.
And as Pearl Jam said, just breathe.
Okay. Cheers, guys.
Those 5 tips really mean a lot to enjoying a session, whether it's breath control, listening to good music, managing expectations, counting those seconds. Those all matter. But honestly, the most important one is to always have respect for the ocean. That's my number one rule anytime I go out there. If I respect the ocean and I know that it can do anything it wants to me at any point in time, then it makes the rides that much sweeter. So I hope these 5 mental tips to get ready to surf have helped you. If you really like the content, please make sure you subscribe. Hit the red button below and you hit that bell icon right next to it to receive notifications of when the next video drops. And coming up, we're going to teach you how to actually catch some waves. Always, always, all waves. Hey, keep charging for your dreams and goals, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.